This is the second generation ES6, the best-selling Neo in China. In my previous video, I've said that it's probably the best Neo this platform can offer. But after seeing car in question today, well, I'm not so sure about that. On the first-gen EC6, apart from the distinctive fastback, there were very few differences between this and the ES6. In fact, what's in front of the B-pillar were exactly the same. But this second-gen EC6 appears to have transformed into an entirely new car. So let's find out, compared to the current ES6, what exactly is new about this EC6. I'm Harris, you're watching Mac TV. If you grow a bit tired of Neo's iconic headlights, the EC6 will definitely bring you a surprise with Neo's first ever split daytime running lights. At first glance, the front still carries the standard Neo family design, but some of the executions like the headlights can catch your eye in an unexpected and refreshing way. But this design was quite controversial among my colleagues, as around 1/3 of them believe that it doesn't look as good as the old one. Well, what's your take? Another design that is somewhat ancestor-defying is the taillights. Every Neo, no matter its first gen or second gen, has the end of the taillights slightly raised. But this EC6 has it lowered. This change may seem subtle, but it does create excellent harmony with the descending roofline. And I do have to point out, the design of the first EC6 was a bit hasty, because the taillights is exactly the same as the ES6. Of course, talking about a Coupe SUV, the classic roofline is something we can't miss. Compared to its big brother EC7, the EC6 side profile is actually more to my liking, because a shorter body and a shorter front overhang sort of visually shifts the center of gravity slightly towards the rear. And this makes the EC6 more like a proper coupe rather than a raised saloon like the EC7. And that is the very reason why I appreciate the Porsche Cayenne Coupe or Infiniti QX70 more than the BMW X6 or Merc GLE Coupe. It's universally acknowledged that a coupe SUV costs more than its rational sibling, and this EC6 is no exception. It costs $2,700 more than the ES6. But if we take a closer look at the specs and features, they actually cost pretty much the same, and the EC6 is even cheaper if you take a different view. Comparing to the basic ES6, the EC6 comes standard with an exceptional zero-gravity seat and a quality of life bundle that includes heated, ventilated, and massaging front seats, heated steering wheel, fragrances, and so on. The ES6, on the other hand, does provide these two options, but they cost you $1,100 and $1,300 respectively. So just with a little bit of calculation, the price gap is only $400. And if you have to say a coupe style doesn't really worth $400, well, don't forget, it also has an active spoiler with 2-stage adjustments. Bear in mind that only painting a wing for a Cayenne already costs $700 in China. As to why Neo has given us such a price difference, my speculation is that these two cars are aimed for different customers. After all, EC6 is a car for the passionate and conventional, who naturally doesn't care that much about spending a little more on features. Unlike the drastic transformation we see on the outside, the interior changes are more on the moderate side. There are some noticeable differences like the exclusive purple upholstery, sporty-looking seats, and a panoramic glass roof that without a sunshade. And that's it. By the way, if you're afraid of getting sunburn under this massive glass, you can also get electric window tint that costs $1,300. But to be honest, judging from the slow shifting speed, I think it's a bit waste of money. Although the similarity in design makes it lack that kind of novelty, the similarity in space and storage between a coupe and an SUV is truly surprising. Especially in the rear seats, a 6'3" guy like me can still enjoy plenty of headroom and a very comfortable sitting position, which is almost identical to the ES6. And when I lay the seat all the way back, my head is more likely to brush against the roof. But thanks to the super soft padding, it kind of becomes my new headrest. Thinking of how miserable I was sitting in the back of other Coupe SUVs, this not that new interior might actually turn out to be a good news. Since the name Coupe SUV was created by the BMW X6, it has been a symbol for niche, distinctive, and premium. But after Tesla Model Y, we found that EV had made vehicle type much less relevant than it is in ICE cars. Coupe SUV is no longer a synonym for off-the-wall, but instead it became just another option. So a coupe shape in an electric SUV should not cost you more. When the EC6 was born, I saw its relation with the ES6 as similar to that of BMW X4 and X3. At that time, the whole Chinese market was right in the middle of a coupe SUV trend. But now, I think the ES6 and EC6 are more like a BMW with a luxury line or a sport line. But unlike BMW, which merely slap on body covers, NIO provides more substantial changes.